morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM on this Thursday. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. We also call this day
Friday Eve. Ah, nice.
Thomas, I didn't hear you over there.
I know.
You're happy it's Friday Eve.
I'm just so focused in on the forecast here because we're going to get some snowfall today.
Yeah.
I know that you both saw at least a little bit of some light snow or almost just flurries at the moment, but it is just beginning this snowfall event. I don't want to oversell it and call it a snowstorm, but 1 to 2 inches of snow might be all that we can squeeze out of this event in total. But winter weather advisories did get issued for most of eastern Washington and central Washington. So the I-90 and Highway 2 corridors added to that advisory as of this morning to go along with those North Idaho areas. That corridor likely gets that 1 to 2 inches of snow. Here's what we're looking at right now on Doppler radar. We're going to zoom in on some of these heavier snow bands which are passing through Ritzville, Sprague, Davenport, and now getting into Spokane County. Rosalia just starting to pick up some snowfall as it's approaching Cheney, Medical Lake, and Airway Heights. It is less than an hour now from the Spokane area, and this is just the beginning of a snowfall event for today.
In our ongoing Boomtown series, we track the growth in our region, and a large portion of that growth is the growing short-term rental industry. So for the past year, the city of Coeur d'Alene has taken steps to limit this growth.
And some property owners oppose the city's actions. KREM 2's Nathan Hyun spoke with local property owners and a city council member about the impact to the short-term rental industry.
Coeur d'Alene is known for its beautiful scenery, amazing events and businesses, and that's why people flock to Coeur d'Alene and stay in short-term rentals. I'm actually in one right now, but it's not the only one in the neighborhood. Step outside, and there's actually 9 short-term rentals in this small community. And that's just a reflection of the short-term rental industry in Coeur d'Alene. For people anxiously waiting for the summer sun, vacation planning is already underway, perhaps for a trip to Coeur d'Alene. Take a look at some of these Airbnbs for the first week of summer in the Lake City. On the website, there are more than 600 places to choose from. That's a common sight for some short-term rental owners.
We do have cups from all sorts of states.
Like Kelsey McKay, who runs 11 short-term rentals in Coeur d'Alene. She says the market has grown just in the past year.
There is so much competition, so we're trying to, everyone's fighting for those same dollars.
It's this growth of STRs that the city of Coeur d'Alene is trying to manage.
I find a lot of those owners agree that, 8 on a block is a bit too much.
City Council member Dan Gukin says early in 2023, the city of Coeur d'Alene hired Granicus, an agency based in Minnesota, to help regulate short-term rentals. Their main goal was to find unpermitted STR owners. Since the ordinance has gone into effect, have people been cooperating with it?
Remarkably so. For about 750 vacation rentals here in town, we have issued just under 700 licenses.
Limiting the amount of STRs in the city isn't the only reason for Granicus. The city can now regulate which STRs cause problems.
We need to make sure that they're up to code.
It's this regulation that Melissa Radford,
we turned it into this little hidden away office space,
finds unfair. Radford is a chairwoman of the CDA Vacation Rental Alliance, a nonprofit she says works to achieve a more accurate impression of the positive impacts of STRs in Coeur d'Alene.
We don't need the government trampling on our private property rights in order to keep a healthy short-term rental community.
Radford says the city doesn't even have to limit STRs. She's seen the market do it itself.
We've seen lots of short-term rentals actually go up for sale. I think that balance has really more naturally occurred.
Radford also says the city isn't backing up what they're saying.
These are all wallpapers that we pulled off.
In the past year, Radford says fewer than 1% of complaints police received came from short-term rentals.
The complaint data really supports our assertions that short-term rentals are not the nuisance.
I reached out to the city, who says even though those numbers are accurate, in many situations people won't call police and will handle issues neighbor to neighbor. A hotline can now take those calls.
Now they can call and complain and not feel bad about bothering the police. So we log those.
Coeur d'Alene paid Granicus $50,000 to come up with this data.
Make sure that coffee is available for guests.
And raised permit renewals last year to $180.
The permit itself makes sure that everyone does it properly and that it is safe for guests and people. But as far as limiting them, I don't think that goes with any of what Idaho stands for.
McKay agrees with other STR owners who say Granicus was a waste of money.
It certainly didn't help non-STR homeowners, and it certainly didn't help STR owners at all.
The city has yet to shut down any STRs.
So this has to be done very gradually over time. I think the owners are aware that something is going to come.
Gookin advises people who are operating without a permit to get one. People can be fined $1,000 for operating an STR without a permit.
This bar area.
The vacation rental business is slow now, but STR owners say they're excited for the weather to warm up. In Coeur d'Alene, Nathan Hyun, KREM 2 News.
Now we have a lot more Boomtown coverage on the growth in our region. To learn more, head to KREM.com or the KREM 2 Plus app. If you don't have KREM 2 Plus, it's free to download right now on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. The University of Idaho revealing its final 2 designs for the Vandal Healing Garden. The memorial will represent all former students who died while in school, including Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, Maddie Mogan, and Kaylee Gonsalves, who were murdered in November of 2022. The garden will be at McLean Field. The university says that the 2 designs from students focus on the memorial being an interactive space with an area for reflection. Once approved, construction will start once they meet their fundraising goals.
It's 6:07. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. New this morning, an Arizona school district fired a teacher for an inappropriate social media account. That teacher was the former president of the Spokane NAACP. Nikichi Diallo, formerly known as Rachel Dolezal, served as an instructor at the school. In 2015, Diallo made national headlines when it was revealed she lied for years and misrepresented herself as a black woman. Covering North Idaho this morning, the city of Coeur d'Alene's website and landlines are still down this morning. Someone launched a cyber attack on the city. The city discovered the malware on Sunday, but they haven't said if any citizen information has been compromised. Our new news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press report the city is working with cybersecurity and data consultants to fix the situation. New details this morning, Alaska Airlines flight attendants voted in favor of authorizing a strike. This does not mean a strike is happening, at least not yet. The authorization simply covers the attendants in the event they cannot agree on a new contract with Alaska management. An actual strike would still need to be approved by federal regulators. That's a look at your morning rush.
Time is 6:08, and weather-wise, we are expecting snowfall for the remainder of the morning here. In fact, it's the morning hours which will contain the bulk of our snowfall today. By the afternoon, it'll start to thin out at least a little bit. But there is current Doppler radar. You see these snow showers basically moving straight west to east across the inland northwest. Just now arriving in Spokane County. We're probably just minutes away from that first snowfall, accumulating snowfall, to start hitting the ground. And it will accumulate because our temperatures have been below the freezing mark all night as we stand at 30 degrees. And we likely don't even get above freezing today. We'll just stay at about 30 degrees or 31 all day long. So that will give the snow the best chance to actually stick and give us about 1 or 2 inches of total snowfall. Most of the morning is when that heaviest snow will fall, but it will start to become more scattered by the midday and afternoon hours.